In July 2025, Intel canceled its planned fabrication plant in Magdeburg, Germany. After years of negotiating nearly 10 billion euros in state aid, the project ended as an empty field, a silent marker of the limits of government subsidies in the global tech race. Just 90 miles away in Brandenburg, another project is actually under construction. On the site of a decommissioned coal-fired power plant, a private entity is building a massive infrastructure project that already meets the European Union's high-density AI Gigafactory specifications. This 200-megawatt site is designed to house up to 100,000 GPUs. Unlike the Intel plant, this 11 billion euro investment is proceeding without a single cent of government state aid or taxpayer negotiation. The group underwriting this infrastructure is Schwarz Group, the parent company of the discount supermarket chains Lidl and Kaufland. While state-funded tech champions struggled to break ground, a retailer famous for low-cost groceries is currently outbuilding sovereign governments in the European AI arms race. The site in Brandenburg suggests that a discount grocery conglomerate possesses the exact technical and financial blueprint required to solve Europe's sovereign infrastructure problem. Schwarz Group is Europe's largest retailer. It generates roughly 175 billion euros in annual revenue from 13 billion transactions, operating a supply chain that spans 32 countries and 500,000 employees. Beside the grocery brands sits a 1.9 billion euro IT division, Schwarz Digits, operating an internal cloud platform, Stackit. Because German food supply is legally critical infrastructure, CRITIS, this network must adhere to the highest state security standards. They didn't have to spend a decade building a compliance story for the new AI market. They inherited an ironclad regulatory framework simply by meeting the requirements of the grocery business. The audacity of the project is in the math. The Schwarz Digits division brings in roughly 1.9 billion euros a year, yet the group is committing 11 billion euros, more than 5 times that division's revenue, to the Brandenburg site. Schwarz was operating as a sovereign cloud, complete with operational telemetry and regulatory armor, years before AI became a matter of national security. Schwarz translated infrastructure into market power by leading a 500 million euro investment into the merger of AI labs Cohere and Aleph Alpha. A 5-year exclusivity clause forces the entity onto Stackit, turning future AI deployments into toll booths, funneling fees back. Very few American retailers or tech firms could make a decade-long unsubsidized bet of this size without an immediate path to a quarterly return. This long-term horizon is possible because of a German legal structure called the Stiftung, or foundation. Schwarz has no public shareholders and answers only to the founder, Dieter Schwarz, and his foundation. U.S. public companies are often punished by activist investors for high capital projects with slow returns. Schwarz operates with private capital on a public institution time horizon. Europe's primary advantage against Silicon Valley capital is the ability of these foundation-owned industrial giants to make massive, secretive infrastructure bets that standard markets simply won't tolerate. This model is difficult to replicate. Other European conglomerates lack the specific combination of high-margin cash flow, an existing cloud subsidiary, and private foundation ownership. Large players like Bosch or Deutsche Telekom possess individual pieces of this puzzle, but Schwarz remains a unique case rather than a template for the rest of the continent. This creates a new geopolitical choke point. By anchoring Europe's premier AI champion to Stackit infrastructure, the continent is concentrating its strategic future inside a private entity designed to be unaccountable to public scrutiny. There is also the reality of the software layer. In 2024, Schwarz partnered to host Google Workspace for its 500,000 employees. Even the champion of European sovereignty still relies on American platforms. This strategy changes the jurisdiction of Europe's data, but the fundamental reliance on a single corporate landlord remains. Europe hasn't nationalized its artificial intelligence, it has privatized it. The continent has secured its own infrastructure, but the keys to that infrastructure now belong to a discount grocer.